What's up, everybody? And I do remember that PSA, Claire. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? That's that's when I grew up. And the answer was no. I don't know where my children are. Mousy. Okay, I'm here, but I'll be right back. Means you're not here. So what's going on? How is everyone? Is anyone here? You were here and you all left? It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your bee is? They had better be in bed. That was the hope. What's up, Fish Nerd? So how was your guys' week? Mine, what? Yeah. Actually, I've had a phenomenal day. I've had a phenomenal week. I'm having a good time, everybody. Having a good time. So what do you guys have going? Anything we should celebrate? Any news to share? I heard Fish Nerd had a shit-tastic day. Sorry, Fish Nerd. But it's over. And now you're here in the relaxing stream, where we end our week and start. I'm drinking too, Mousy. Well, I've had a sip, but that counts. I'm drinking. What's up, Brilliant? You know what? I got quality sleep all week, and I feel phenomenal because of it. Upped my fruit and veggie intake. It's amazing how good nutrition and rest makes you feel good. Mrs. C. Oh, no. It's too early to clean your bathroom? I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'll go later next week. That's a drinking kind of night. Everyone, get your beverages. Mousy, Verilion knew that before. I'm just kidding. We all know you're crazy. That's why we love you. You're a crazy mouse. Are you sleeping all weekend, Verilion? I plan on having drinks tonight and ruining all the positive progress I've made this week. What up, Grace? You're like, yeah, I am. That's what the weekend's for. Mousy. So what is happening? Oh, you guys want to hear my big news? Well, some of you have already heard it, but some of you haven't. Guess who's the proud new owner of a microwave? This broad. And I love it. Also, please note it cost me $7.50. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. That's the kind of deal I got. All right. This is not my first microwave, but the microwave I had broke. And then I took it apart in an attempt to fix it, but I could not repair it because the part that broke, I couldn't replace, and the microwave was old. So then I just didn't buy a new microwave for a variety of reasons. But then I worked this estate sale, and no one bought the microwave. So it was $7.50, and I was like, I'm buying this sucker. And I had to rearrange all my kitchen counters for it. And I'm going to pretend to complain about that, but secretly I loved it. And then all week long, I've just been microwaving, reheating stuff. I do have the door pieces, but I just have to make sure I have that piece, Mousy. It's 50-50. And let me tell you a feature about this microwave that I love. You guys may call it underrated. I do not. So where I put the microwave, I was not certain I was going to keep it there, so I did not set the microwave clock. But guess what? Guess what my little genius microwave did? It said, "Oh, not a clock, gal? All right." And now its little screen is blank unless you open the door. How beautiful is that? No flashing numbers, no like indicator it's even over there. It just sits quietly in the corner of the kitchen waiting for me. It's also far more powerful than my last microwave, so I've been reheating stuff like excessively. Nice. $2. See, I love that, Mrs. C. I love when people come in my house and they're like, "Oh, I really like this bowl." I'm like, "Thank you, 10 cents." Like, stop telling people how much you paid for things. Mousy, this is no secret. You have too many coffee makers. I'll be honest, Fisher, I do not know if it has the potato button. I did not utilize that this week. But I will look. Probably. It's pretty, I'm going to say fancy, but it's really not. It's just a black microwave. Claire collects small teapots. I don't think I collect anything. See, my last microwave, if I used the potato button, it took the popcorn button, don't care about. I make popcorn on the stovetop. See, the potato button, well, I started cooking the potatoes in the oven, though, and that is phenomenal. It's so much better than the microwave potato oven. However, it does mess you up because it takes a long time. So if you forget to put that potato in an hour before you want to have dinner, no good. No good. What's a microwave pasta cooker? Yeah, I can't do the microwave popcorn. It just tastes like chemicals. And I like to season mine the way I want. Popcorn button always burns it. Burnt popcorn in a microwave. That's the worst thing. And I will not ruin my beautiful new microwave. I will say this. Is this a bonus or not? So it's a gray, like charcoal gray inside the microwave. Which you think, I bet that looks nice. It does. However, since I bought it and it was used, I brought it home and was like doing the deep clean on it. And I was like, the gray kind of sucks because I'm like, I can't really tell if this is clean or not. I had to get a flashlight out and like shine a flashlight in there. Mousy, you've been telling me about this toaster oven, the baked potato. I'm going to do it. 30 to 45 minutes. So it doesn't save you much time, but Mrs. C, we did too in the office. I actually convinced the owner of the company to buy it. And then I was the one, he liked my popcorn recipe the best. So sometimes they would call me and they'd be like, "Could you come back here and make some popcorn?" I'm like, I will teach all of you. But they just wanted me to do it. And frankly, I want one of those in my house, except for I do not, because I would have a heart attack within 6 months. I would eat it every day and never get sick of it. Where do you get microwave cheddar cheese corn? That doesn't sound good to me. Do I need to send some? Or just let her know where to get it? Do you get it at like your grocery store? You guys, I dropped popcorn kernels on my kitchen floor this week, like 15 of them. You know, when you have them left in a bowl and I went to dump them in the trash and not one of them went into the trash can? And now I just randomly keep stepping on them. You think you get them all, but you didn't. I've never, I totally want popcorn too. Maybe, well, I don't know. I can look on the Walmart app and see if we have it. I just don't buy microwave popcorn. But have you never seen it because you weren't looking for it? They make microwave kettle corn. Does it taste like fish? Like fish. I was just reading your name. Does it taste like fake cheese? Because I don't like that fake cheese, like the Cheeto cheese or the um, Cheese Whiz, Velveeta. I'm with you, Mrs. C. Microwave movie theater popcorn is my favorite. You know, sometimes they sell kettle corn like outside of like Walmart. There'll just be someone with a giant kettle making it. Look, here's Teresa. Jolly Time cheddar cheese popcorn for the microwave. She gets it all the time for her son. Hey. See, I like the butter flavor. I mean, I'll eat the other ones because I love popcorn. It's one of my favorite foods. But I'm a traditionalist. Smart food. You know, I can't eat the white cheddar anymore. All of a sudden, it makes my mouth numb. Didn't used to do that. Hey, Teresa, what's up? I should have said that. I just started talking to you. I could get in. You were talking about that the other night. And then were you the one telling me about the cookbook with different flavors for popcorns? Because I could be convinced on that front. I was like, I'm making curry popcorn. See, I just go to the movie theater and buy a popcorn every once in a while. And the trick is if you go when they're closing, they'll give it to you for free. At least mine does. Oh, Teresa, oh no. Do you have a pinched nerve? We could make some garlic butter. You know what you could do though is infuse some oil with garlic and then pop the popcorn in the garlic oil. Oh, that's awesome. See, I like the yellow corn. I like the big pieces of popcorn. Caramel chocolate. Oh, that's what I think would happen to me. What's up, Wrecker? How's it going? Oh, garlic parmesan popcorn. Okay. I mean, movie theater butter is always going to be my favorite, but I could be convinced to eat these. Garlic parmesan, yes. Ugh, that sucks. I have no advice. Like, I don't know what to do about that. We have a popcorn store too. It sells milkshakes and popcorn. And I'm like, what a concept. Yeah, garlic olive oil. Yes. When in doubt, send it to me. And I will judge it. How are you going to make them, Mrs. C? In the toaster oven, regular oven, or microwave oven? If you need to come to my house and use any of those things, feel free. I will say, man, reheating leftovers, what a joy. Like, hey, did I tell you what happened with the air fryer? Remember how I had one, but I hated it? And the person who loaned it to me would not take it back? Thanks, Claire. See, popping popcorn, though, doesn't take any effort. I have a special little pot I use for it. I'm like, that's my popcorn pot. And it makes just the right amount for me. Okay. How do you loan an air fryer? So my friend wanted an air fryer really bad. And I was like, because her sister had one and her sister raved about it. So then my friend bought one and she was like, I don't see the joy in this. And she never used it. So I was debating getting one. And she goes, well, why don't you take mine and you can like use it for a month and see if you want one? Because they're pretty pricey for like a small kitchen gadget that does what everything else in your kitchen already does. So I got it and I borrowed it from her and I cooked everything I could think of, even stuff I would never cook in the air fryer. I was like, I'm going to make eggs in here. I make cookies in it. I cooked meals in it and I could not find the love and or passion of it. And then I called my friend and I was like, hey, I'm going to bring the air fryer back to you because I'm not convinced. And she goes, no. I mean, just keep it. And then every once in a while, like if we were like going to dinner or going to hang out or something, I'd be like, do you want me to bring that air fryer? I need to get that air fryer back to you. And she wouldn't take it. She would come to my house even and hang out. And I'd be like, hey, set your air fryer on the counter. And then she'd go, oh, I forgot the air fryer because she didn't want it like in her kitchen. But then she called me one day and she goes, listen, I started Weight Watchers and a lot of these recipes are for the air fryer. So can I get that back? And I jumped into my vehicle and drove it directly to her house. I'm like, here you go. Get this thing out of my house. Hi, boo. I don't know what country fried taters are. What are country fried taters? I know. I never used it, Mousy. I found it to be a hassle. I hated cleaning it most of all. And it never cooked anything where I was like, this is worth having an air fryer. Like you still had to use your oven because you couldn't cook everything at one time. You know, like if you were making a piece of chicken and a vegetable, you had to like cook the chicken, put the vegetable in. I don't know. It was a hassle. And then it was like when you clean a cheese grater, you know how irritating that is? Just shreds your sponge up. I didn't like it. And if you were feeding more than one person, what is the point of the air fryer? You cannot do it. It's too much. I'm like, I could just put all of this food on a cookie sheet and put it in my oven and cook it at the same time. And that cookie sheet is easier to clean. Oh. Hey, my fluorescent fixture in my basement has decided to work again. What's up with that? Is that a fire hazard? Or like it didn't work for a while and now it's like, I'm going to start clicking back on. You kind of like home fries. What are home fries? Like steak fries? Chopped up potatoes, seasoned and fried on the stove. Oh, I do not call those country fried potatoes. Like hash browns, like diced up. And went to chicken fried. What's the ballast? Okay, but it could be the switch because I have the fixture plugged into a switch that I like put on my stairwell. So when I open my basement stairs, I can just step on the switch to turn on the basement lights. So I'm going to try changing out the switch first before I go after the light fixture. I think it's the switch. I'm kind of convinced of it. I don't know. That's the least expensive way to repair it. So I'm going to start with that. Also makes the most sense. Chicken fried steak. Like hash browns, but chunky. Well, hash browns come in like cubes or shreds. Could be that. I'm still going with it's the fit or the switch. What is Voltaren? Isn't the home fries recipe just like slice up potatoes and put crap on them and cook them? That is how I cook. Mousy, I have to replace a breaker too, and I do not want to do it. That's the whole thing. I hate electricity. And I know, okay, like the light switch is different, or the light fixture, because it's a plug-in light fixture. It's in the basement. But the breaker, I don't like because even though I know turn off the electricity to the breaker, make sure it's off with the voltage thing. Still, I don't like it. I just want someone else to do it. You know when you have to fix something in your house and you really don't want to do it? That's one of those for me. And I'm like, can someone please just come do it for me? I know, LEDs. That's what I had for dinner tonight. Breakfast. It's my favorite. It's real easy to do grayscales. I just have never. I just don't like doing it. I mean, it like is super easy, and I'll rewire lamps and stuff. I can do that, but the breaker, that's so much electricity. I hate it. We should do it together, Mousy. You know, when I work on some stuff at my house, I have a friend of mine, she has a key to my house, and I'll be like, hey, I'm going to work on this. I have to climb up on a ladder and like repair whatever. So, or like my front porch light when I have to change that, I'll be like, listen, this is what I'm doing. If you do not hear from me within 30 minutes, start calling me. And if I do not respond, please send help to my house. I also tell the nosy neighbor across the street, I'll be like, if I don't come out and wave at you, could you call 911 for me? That's not being a nerd, fish nerd, knowing the exact color frequency. Because if you see me in the light bulb aisle at like Home Depot or anywhere, walk away because I will give you a lecture on what to put in your home. But most people like it because they don't understand how to buy light bulbs now. Mrs. C, been there. I've rented places like that where you're like, don't turn on the blow dryer. The washing machine's going. You'll shut down that breaker. Exactly, because it's terrifying. There's not often where I'm like, I'll just repair it. But the breaker scares me. So I'm living with like a whole like set of lights out in my house where I'm like, it sucks, but I just keep not doing it. And some days I'll wake up and I'll be like, today's the day. And then I don't do it. Bulb choice is very important, and so many people get it wrong. Ugh, it's terrible. But it is my favorite to help someone. They just stand in the light bulb aisle looking confused. I'm like, let's go through this together. I'm here for you. But you don't really need that. It's the color that matters, the kelvins. I'm like record and fish nerd dog. Do you know one time I blew a breaker in my house because I was painting a room? I was painting my upstairs bathroom. And I accidentally got the paintbrush into the outlet. So it like blew the breaker. So I went downstairs, flipped the breaker back, but then I still didn't have electricity out upstairs. So I had to find what's that switch called that is on outlets that it like trips it before you get to the breaker? Test, reset, NMFC, something like that. But I didn't know I had one of those upstairs. And I found it. That is it. GFCI. Turns out my tub has one of those. Also, in odd outlet news, my bathroom has like 15 outlets in it. It's excessive. They're everywhere. So does my bedroom. It's quite convenient. It's a jacuzzi tub, so you can turn it on. And I'm convinced it's magic. I shouldn't laugh at that, but that is funny. Now let's see. Temu. Are you laughing at my tub? My tub has a switch. I'm telling you, get a jacuzzi tub. They're amazing. Amazing. How do you not lose those tiny, like, grain of sand size lights? How do you not break them all? Yes. Oh, greatest kiss. I have like a whole tray of like choose your poison when you're getting into the tub. You can choose a bubble bath. You can choose various scented Epsom salts, whatever you want. It's right there next to you. Sometimes you just sit in the tub and smell all that stuff. Then you're like, well, I've been in here for 15 minutes and never put anything in the tub. It's relaxing. Let's see. Do you You can move the jets. You know, it only took me one time to learn to don't turn on the jets till they're fully covered. That water will shoot across the room. Kids love the nuggets. And one time, okay, wait, this is a great story. So I used to pick my friend's son up from daycare because she had to get him like she couldn't get there. So there was like an hour overlap. So I would pick him up. And I am of the persuasion that if kids want to jump in mud or whatever, have a good time. I don't care. So sometimes I would be like, well, and she was going through a divorce. That's why this all happened. So I would pick her son up and we would like go outside and play. And then if he got real dirty, I would be like, all right, hop in the tub because your mom's on the way. So one time I let him take a bath in the jacuzzi tub. He was in there. And I turned the like jets on for him. And he was like, oh, it's like a car wash for little boys. And he was so pleased. And then they would come over, like just come over to hang out. And he would be like, hey, can I go take a bath in your bathtub? I was like, you absolutely can. So he came over for years and would take a bath in my jacuzzi tub. Exactly. I don't care. Like, get dirty, have a great time. I'm like, I will play in that mud with you. It's fun. It was so cute. His mom and I still laugh about it. We're like, it was like a car wash for little boys. Well, and it's a giant tub if you're a little kid, you know, like, yeah, I mean, it's basically a swimming pool. Like, and that was the cutest because the first time he asked me after that, he was like kind of whispering to his mom, and she goes, you go ask her. And he goes, may I take a bath in your jacuzzi tub? I'm like, you absolutely can. I'm not going to say no. Anyone can take a bath in that tub. It is magic. I know. They're so cute when they say things like that because you're like, it is kind of like a car wash for a little boy. Like those jets like blast at you. He's getting power washed in there. Then yeah, I also get a little jealous when you see like little kids in the tub and they're like swimming. I'm like, man. Now I want to go take a bath. What if I just ended this? I'm like, I'm going to take a bath, guys. It did finally get cold here. Well, not cold. I mean, it's 51. Simmer down with a cold. But it's like good bath taking weather. But it'll feel better after you're in there. In the magic. I know I refuse to. Well, I don't have any reason to, but I love it. I love a bubble bath. So what else is happening, guys? Now that we've discussed bubble baths, popcorn, and my microwave. The blaster. That does sound fun though. Did you ever have that sprinkler when you were little that was like a clown head and the water shot straight out of the clown's head, like straight up, and you could put a hat on the stream of water, like a clown's hat? It was not the best sprinkler, but we did play with it a lot. Teresa, I'm making lasagna. That sounds fantastic, Teresa. A shower steamer? I'd sit in there. You know what my fantasy bathroom is? I would love to have like an all concrete bathroom that I could just hose down to clean. Like you don't have to actually scrub anything. You're just like, like get a real strong power wash it once a week. You're like, that sucker's clean. We're good to go. I like a more loungy tub. I don't want to walk in and out of my tub. I do have the ceiling is slanted over my tub though, so you have to be careful when you stand up that you don't hit your back on the light fixture. I know. It was like looking back, I'm like, it's weird. And why did we ever try and put the hat on the water stream? Because the second you mess the stream of water up, the hat fell. It was fun though. I remember that guy too. Did you ever try and make your own slip and slides with like? First, we used garbage bags, but we got in trouble for wasting all the garbage bags. And then we would get out like tarps and put dish soap on them, and then like put the hose on them. But my parents, we couldn't do it in my house because my mom could like hear the water turn on outside, and she'd be like, "Turn that water off." See, yeah, I'm like, I guess you would have to get the like tub. I mean, you could build the tub in, right? So you could have it all waterproof like that. See, an open shower though, is it cold when you shower? Dude, the slip and slides were awesome. I do too. I don't care because I don't want to clean a bigger one. I'm like, I'm fine with the size it is. Did you? No, never mind. Now that is awesome. A walk-in shower that leads to the pool. Yeah, I would take a wet room. I missed it. That is the whole thing. Man. When I actually redo a room, like for real redo a room, I'm calling you, Claire. Partially because I think you'll sit and talk to me about it for 5 hours. And that's really what I'm looking for. Mousy, do you work for a silicone lube company? Because you're always hyping the silicone lube. And if so, where are my free samples, ma'am? Hang on, I lost you guys. Oh no, okay. Sorry. I clicked something and then I was out. Me too, Claire. We'd be like 5 days on it though. And then I would be like, all right, I know we've discussed all this and made decisions, but I need to go over it again because that's how I am. My one friend, he doesn't get mad, but he'll be like, why do you ask for my opinion and then you just do whatever you want? I'm like, I just need to firm up my opinion. Thank you for the assistance. They're not wrong, Mrs. C. It's when you have a pool and people go to go to the bath, it like trashes your house. I don't know how, but it does. Thanks, Mousy. Oh, Teresa. Same, Grace Kiss. And I have to like say it out loud. And I can only like go through it with my like some things I can decide on without whatever discussion, but other things I'm like, I have to really think this through, especially if you're spending that much money. Yes. It should take months though to do it right. And then like you're paying that much cash for it. Get it correct. You don't want to make a mistake. Are you really, Mousy? Mousy, I have a area rug that I do not want. That if you want it, I will send it to you. Hi, my Chango. That is funny. Where you like, please be the least expensive one that works the best. You haven't even seen it, Mouse. That's a good one though. All wool. That's what all my area rugs are. I know. You know, that's the whole debate. And a lot of people don't use their tub. I use my tub all the time. Not as much in the summer, but in the summer I swim, so I don't like. But I love to take out like bath before I go to bed. It's free. I know. I have like a whole carload of stuff. I'm like redoing your house from my house. I've got a fireplace set for you too. Just trust me, it's awesome. And I bought it for my house, but then I brought it home and I'm like, it doesn't work the way I wanted it to work. I mean, maybe it does. No, it doesn't. I already decided. That's so sad. Take a bath. Do tell. Post it on your community tab, Melissa, or DM me. Do you think I bet you slept on your arm or shoulder odd. Or could it be anxiety? That's what I always think. Or it could be anything. So maybe get that checked out. Is it less numb today? That doesn't really matter if it's a pinched nerve. A pinched nerve could be pinched for a while. Just not the gray kind. Don't do the gray. Well, stretch. It is better today. Good. Yeah. Dude, my friend slept on his, like when he was in college, he got drunk and slept on his arm weird. And his hand was numb for like a week. Ah, numb right foot. That sucks. No, not great. Just a couple of them. It was not your humerus nerve. If it was, you said it's your thumb? Because your humerus nerve is like your ring and pinky finger. And even just saying that made my elbow hurt. Stop it, elbow. Oh, you had to rub it a bit? Is that what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm stopping. Oh, it happened to you last year too? That's the worst. It's the ulnar nerve. Ulnar or ulna? Guys, I just got startled by a bag sitting on my dining room chair. I saw it out of the corner of my eye and I thought it was a cat. I like everything you did there. Help Sean find the stream, get a snack, makes another drink. I love it. Hi, Sean. There you go. Grace, a medical professional. Do you sleep with your wristband? I don't know. I do know sometimes I sleep on my elbow, which doesn't bend all the way or straighten all the way. And that is not good. So don't sleep on your arms, guys. Okay, Wrecker says it's the rate. Well, it depends if you're talking about the nerve I was talking about or the one that Teresa had is talking about. Hey, Sean, everyone says hi. And you got cute little flowers in chat. I get it. I like being in the bushes. Just chilling out. No, oh, see? Could lead to compression of your ulnar nerve. That's not my problem, but I'm waiting for carpal tunnel. I think everyone has carpal tunnel now. That's my theory. I mean, if you work on a computer for 8 or 9 hours a day, carpal tunnel it is. There you go. You know the only reason I know radial for thumb is because RST. I did them like alphabetically. Ugh. That's gross. They can cut on your nerves. What kind of weirdo wants to do that? Like, anyway, Teresa, now you're learning about the nerve on your arm and what's going on while you make lasagna. That's the ultimate in multitasking. So, what else we got, guys? Anybody have anything quality to report? I know this is a fish-free zone, but I'm going to tell you a little something that happened to me. And you guys are going to laugh at me. Have you been watching Mousy Shorts, everyone? And the introduction of Inspector Pleco? Because I called Mousy last night and tried to get information because there was a part 1, but no part 2. And what did Inspector Pleco tell Sergeant Snail? And yes, this has happened to me. I'm now into the soap opera of the fish tanks. So let's talk about that and what that's done to me mentally. But Inspector Pleco, I know we do need to know. I love that Inspector Pleco. Then they were like talking over dinner. And I'm like, Mousy, oh, part 2 is up. I'm watching it after this stream. You know, the baited hook was gossipy fucking. And first of all, I don't even like shorts. Like, I don't like, this is not my jam. But then, I don't know. You bring in Inspector Pleco and I am in. Oh, you're right, Claire. I do need to tell you about the mac and cheese with scrambled eggs. First of all, let's discuss because this is how I made them. So I put the macaroni and cheese in the pan on the stovetop. And while that was heating up, I like scrambled the eggs. That's it. I mean, I like whisked the eggs. And then I just poured the eggs over the heated up macaroni and cheese. And started around till the eggs were cooked. Was that correct or no? Let's start there. But I will say this. I actually liked it. It was good. It was the only thing I did wrong. So I put like torn up bread on top of my macaroni and cheese, and I left that on there and then let it like heat up because I thought like maybe it would like crisp it back up in the skillet, and then I dumped the eggs on top of it, and obviously it did not. I know, same record. I'll be like, damn you, shorts. But anyway, I did really like the scrambled eggs and macaroni and cheese. Will I do it again? Absolutely. Next time I will soup it up more. I went pretty traditional. No, I just poured the eggs over the noodles. They cooked good. But I could have moved the pasta out of the way. But I just like heated the macaroni up until it was like adequately warmed. And then I dumped the eggs over. I mean, I wasn't aiming to like cover the noodles or anything. I just dumped the eggs in there wherever. And then I just stirred it all up while it was cooking. And it was really good, but this is my big failure, like the big thing I regret. So I had so much macaroni and cheese left, but not enough to make like 2 separate meals. So I threw in like an additional, I'm going to say 5 bites of macaroni and cheese that I didn't want, but also I didn't want to keep in the fridge because you're like, that's 5 bites. That's annoying. I'll just cook it now. So I made like too much, but also I ate it all. So at the end, I was like, I'm very over this. But it was the last 5 bites. I shouldn't have made those 5 bites. Otherwise, delicious. It's not, I used homemade macaroni and cheese. I know. Macaroni and cheese is my fave. And then I had various toppings for it, but I was like, let's go traditional. Let's stick with just macaroni and cheese and eggs. And next time, soup it up. So see, next time I will make it again. See, I love the one pan cooking too. I'm like, that's my jam. The less dishes, the better. Dude, I ate macaroni and cheese all week. I made a whole casserole dish of it. And it was phenomenal, and I never got tired of it. And I'm actually sad that I'm out of it now. Also, I had a mild freak out when I was making it that I didn't have any ground mustard or like dry mustard. But I did. I did, guys. It worked out okay. Different brand than I normally purchase. So, in conclusion, macaroni and cheese and scrambled eggs, yes. But I don't think I loved it like you love it. But I did enjoy it, and I will make it again. I also had Havarti mac and cheese. I do love that Havarti cheese. You should operate nothing in your condition. Hang out and relax. What are you drinking? I'm having a glass of wine. By glass of wine, I mean, well, now you have the I'm drunk munchies. Careful with those. What? Mousy, how much have you had to drink? What's going on, guys? We've only been in here like an hour. I get it. If you could have any of the foods mentioned in the stream thus far, brandy and Pepsi, which one would you choose? For me, popcorn. Which I may or may not consume later. Drinking roll call. Are you having a Jack and Coke, Mrs. C? Nice. I don't usually like drink on stream. That's why I always announce it because I'm like, anything I say right now doesn't count. Teresa would go for lasagna. Sprite is too sweet for me. I'm a 7-Up gal if I go for the clear soda, but I don't ever go clear soda. Well, sometimes I'll drink a Fresca. I agree. That's the worst, though. I'm trying to cut out this soda. So I chose wine. But that doesn't make sense. But I've been drinking like a Diet Coke every day, and I'm like, cut it out. Also, it's delicious. But you know it's not delicious? Like when you don't drink soda for a long time, then you have a soda, it tastes like garbage. Don Francisco, coconut hazelnut. And it is emoji. Emoji. Empty. We'll have a glass of water and wait for me to get off here. Yeah, that's a terrible joke. Don't. No. You know, I didn't used to, and then I mean, I didn't drink soda for years, and all of a sudden I brought back soda. I don't know why. And now I have to ditch it again, which sucks. And also, like a dumbass, I didn't realize Diet Coke had caffeine in it. And I was like, Mousy, I'm having trouble sleeping. And she's like, it's your Diet Coke, you idiot. I'm like, no, there's no caffeine. I was thinking 0 calories, not 0 caffeine. Yep. Well, you also had a space in microwave. I like how autocorrect does that. They're like, listen, we're going to make this up for you. Also, do you recall the wine I'm drinking? Let's just start saying Also, I just felt the need to chug wine. I'm like, I got to catch up to everybody. See, that's what I need to do. Just go cold turkey. Be like, I'm done with it. Maybe I should hide what's left in my fridge and then only get it when there's. I know. And you go, is it in a gold can? I'm like, no. And it was like late at night too when I was drinking. It was like 10:30 or something, and I'm drinking it, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm having trouble sleeping lately. I was just like, because you're an idiot. I'm telling you, it's the guy who codes it. He's doing it on purpose, and he thinks it's funny. What's a drunk homestuck Roxy? Everyone just stops talking. We don't know either. All right. Are we just at that quiet pause in the conversation? Or are we ready from Chicago? The musical? Yeah, cold turkey's the way, like, that's the way I do it. Just cut it off. I'll be like, this is the date. I'm done. I did see that movie in the theater. I have not seen. It was not my favorite musical, and I love musicals. No thanks. It was filled with shit. I trust you. I trust it was shit-tastic. Do it. Hit those gummies. I only have 1 gummy left. Which really means 2 doses. So I have to save them for a special treat. Not really. Yeah, I don't really like it. Dude, why? StreamYard, stop it. It's like jerking. That sucks. Ooh, go have a margarita. That reminds me. I have a thing for the Mexican place down the street from my house. The smell of coffee made you nauseous. I drink decaf coffee because I cut them in half. Because I'm a lightweight. Claire's a lightweight too. They do help though. Also, they're kind of expensive. Just one margarita or one pitcher? You make good margaritas? Why are you afraid of them? I love them. Anxiety? Sure. My friend went to counseling and she goes, hey, my therapist told me that all the marijuana I smoke, she's a huge stoner. Because all the marijuana I smoke is causing like anxiety loop feedback. So she'll forget why she's anxious, then remember and get anxious all over again. Dude, that is a. Oh, yeah. Where did you get the 60 edibles for $60? I mean, I could probably buy a different flavor. Look at this special occasion. I know. I'll be like, it's Tuesday night, everyone. I'm getting chopping down this. Yeah, you might. It's like, I like to take them and then watch a comedy podcast. So you just end up laughing all night. It's pretty fun. You've talked about those buzz balls before. I kind of want to try one. Also, not at all. See, $2 each seems high. Eh. That's good. Being lightweight's what you want to be. Then it's not expensive. I got dark. Special occasion. It's Friday. I woke up. No, that's me too, Mrs. C. The first time I tried them, I like had these pre-rolls, and I don't know. I don't know how many hits I took, like 3 or 4, and I was toast. Mousy's trying to talk to me. I'm like, I can't. I gotta go. I'm like, I have to go to bed right now. It's like, but when I woke up like 3 hours later, I'm like, oh, now I'm the perfect amount of stoned. I mean, they should just legalize it everywhere and let us all trade as we see fit. Celebrate that jail does suck. I'd be like, listen, everyone, I got a new microwave. I don't know any of this lingo. I just go in there and I'm like, listen, this is what I like. And then I buy the ones I like, and then I'll be like, what else is like this? And then I usually let them like suggest something to me. I do know I hate smoking it now. I'm an edible gal, through and through. Did you have like a nano one? Because I like the nanos. And then even those I still cut in half. I bet I can guess what you were doing. Dude, smoking it sucks now. It stinks so bad. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta let those edibles kick in though. You have to give it like an hour. You know it. If you haven't had those bruised knees, or, you know. Yeah. You know, it's so weird when they legalize it because you still feel like you're doing something illegal. I bet you were, Mousy. I call them time release, those edibles. Racker. Yeah, make some brownies. You're like, you were there, sir. Now I'm like, let's ditch the booze. It's a special occasion. See, that's crap. You know, it really does help pain. Because when I got it, when it became legal here, I got some. And I woke up one day and I was like, why does my elbow not hurt? Like, it's been, I don't know, 30 years and I've never had a day where my elbow didn't hurt. I was like, is it the marijuana? And I think it was because it was like the weekend. So I'd like done it like 2 or 3 days in a row. And I'm like, what's happening? I don't understand. And then I figured that out. And then I was like, I'd like to get high every night. I don't, but it really does help pain. I'm like, I always thought that was like not true. It's true, guys. Always give those edibles more time than you think they need. Yeah, Fisher Herd, it's fucking crazy. And then you're like, oh, we're just walking around smoking pot now. I think here you can't like smoke it in public. Or like you can't like be on like outside dining in a restaurant and just light up a joint. But yeah, I tried CBD and it's foul. Like, okay, first of all, when they give you the stupid lotion and stuff, that's just like Bengay. So, whatever. And then we tried the oil and that's foul. Like they're like put the oil under your tongue. It coats your whole mouth. It's so gross. I didn't notice. I mean, I didn't use it enough. Like I didn't like the way the oil coated my mouth. And the lotion and all that stuff is just a ripoff. Like go buy Bengay, it's the same thing. Yeah. It really helps. Like if you use it every day, it's amazing. I would say it does help your anxiety. Although sometimes it depends on the strain. I know, for real, Mousy. Like the first time you go into a dispensary and drive home with it, you're like, I still have the like inclination to hide it. I'm like, no, I don't do marijuana, guys. Or like when I sit on my patio, if I smoke out there, I'm like, everyone will know that we're smoking. Dude, it's I won't say it. Yeah, get a different kind. Because I can tell if my anxiety goes up. This is so dumb. But I can hear my heartbeat in my right ear. That's when I'm like, oh, anxiety. But I also like, I don't know. There's some app my friend was showing me, and you can like go in there and like put in the app like what you like and what you don't like, and then it'll suggest different stuff. But I also am not that into it. I'm like, I just want like an edible to chew up on a random occasion. Like if it's raining and my elbow, I'm like, or sometimes my elbow will like lock up and I'm like, what happened to it? Then I'm like, let's just get stoned tonight. Eat some popcorn, laugh at some comedy. Exactly. Just start with a low amount. And don't smoke it. The stuff they sell now stinks. Well, now you got the mom anxiety. Like that's another a little gremlin that you're worried about. Even when you don't realize you're worrying about them, you're worrying. That's the mom life. Exactly. Or if you convince yourself, like do the placebo effect on yourself. Be like, I believe this works. Because I do that sometimes. Just convince myself. That's what I as a visionary. I'm like, what is the stuff for we babes? And I also like it's actually really cool because when you go into the dispensaries, you're like, this is what I want. I'm like, I don't want to be able to like not function. Like I want to be like able to clean my house and stuff. I mean, I don't drive or anything once I take it, but okay, but it's not hard. Like it depends on the strain because like those pre-rolls I had, the first ones where you did not move once you had those. But now I just buy like nano dose stuff. So it's like not very potent. And you just get like a little fuzzy around the edges and you laugh a lot. But you still can do everything like and sometimes when you weren't motivated, you take one of those and you're like, hell yeah, I'll vacuum my house. Well, take some edibles and you won't be waking up. It's foul now, fish nerd. It's so gross. It stinks so bad. I can't get past the smell. And it tastes bad. I'm like, ugh. Where was the weed of our youth? I don't know. I just get whatever they tell me. And then I get the same. I like the edibles. But I need to switch edibles because the ones I prefer are more expensive. So I don't know the difference between the two. I know. Well, I do it like It's like late at night that I do it. If you don't see me around, then I'm probably stoned. If you see me like in chats and stuff, not high. Because it makes me, I don't talk once I like take it. But that's what I take it like a few hours before bed. And I'm like, all right. Then I watch something that makes me laugh. Drink some sparkling water. Sometimes I make popcorn. It's a nighttime activity. I don't know. I totally want to get stoned right now. But then I won't talk. It's far different now. Although we were talking about how people around here, like accidents and stuff, have increased, and we're like, it's because people are getting stoned and driving. That's what we think. Or like you'll be on the highway and people are doing like 30, and you're like, man, smokers. I know. I'm like, if I'm talking to you, I have not consumed marijuana. No, I don't either. I've had 5 sips of wine and I won't drive. The university gave me a freaking lesson when I was in my early 20s, and I chose to learn it. I was like, do not consume anything and drive. It's not worth it. Like, just stay sober then. All right, guys. Let's go get totally intoxicated. I'm just kidding. Like, actually, I'm going to have another drink. No, my friends and I are pretty uptight about it because there's no reason to do it. And I always think if someone goes, you shouldn't drive, I'm like, that's because they care about me. So here's my keys. Yeah, that's how I am, Mrs. C. I'm like, no thanks. Stay at home, Fisher. Stay at home. All right, everybody. We're at the hour and a half mark. Does anybody have anything else they need to discuss, get off their chest? I don't know. Celebrate. I know. Sean, lock up Fish Nerd. Buy an herb heater. They don't burn the flour, it just bakes it at a fixed. I'm going to ask you more about that. Well, no. I mean, I just have a few more joints. And I buy the mini joints, and they still I just take 2 hits and I'm like, good to go. But they're so gross. Make sure you have the blankets can hurt you too, but also make sure you have a blanket if you're in grass. Mouse is streaming Sunday, everyone. Exclamation point. Head over there. Yeah. I think Mousy is the next stream. Although, oh yeah, we are too. Dude. Great. I'm real proud of myself for that one. I'm like, what am I missing? How about the stream I do with Claire? I'm pretty sure Pat lasted a lot. No, I told her I'm like, I'm like 3/4 of the way through my glass of wine. I guess I'm feeling pretty good. So in that case, I'm shutting it down. The wine did kick in. I was like, what's happening? I'm out. I'm out, everyone. Have a good weekend. I will talk to you later.